morning, Mary. How are you doing today?
Good morning, I'm good.
All right, so just to touch base from the last time we met, it looks like we just kind of touched on just getting to know each other a little bit. We talked about some things about mandated reporting, informed consent, which, just to keep clear, that as a mandated reporter, that continues on throughout our sessions, as well as informed consent and confidentiality. So even with that, is it okay that I take notes?
That's fine.
Okay. Yeah, so we just kind of got to know each other a little bit in the last meeting, and you did kind of let on that you were having some anxiety in school. And it says that you're a senior?
Correct.
Okay. Well, just with that information, I'd kind of like to turn that back over to you. And what do you think? What are some of the obstacles that you're facing right now in school that you think could be contributing to this anxiety?
Well, I know that one of my classes is just like I can't really focus in there. Kids are very rowdy. The teacher is just like a horrible teacher. Gosh. Thinking about things, I'm barely able to sleep. Eating, I just, sometimes I'm skipping meals and stuff like that. I'm not really too hungry.
Okay. So if I'm hearing you correctly, you're having a hard time paying attention in class. Part of that issue is your peers. Part of it is your teacher. But it sounds like you also have some outside influences from not getting enough sleep and not getting enough to eat. Does that sound about everything?
Yeah, but I wouldn't necessarily say I'm having a hard time paying attention, because I can pay attention. It's just that the kids are very rowdy, and I don't feel like the teacher is handling the kids teacher doesn't tell them just be quiet. It's like she just talks over them, which is distracting me.
Okay.
From doing work.
Okay. So from that, do you think that the environment within class is more problematic than the stressors of not getting enough sleep or skipping meals?
I feel like it's equal.
Okay.
I feel like it might be equal, because sometimes I'm very tired. Like, it hits me in class and I'm just very sluggish, and just sometimes wander off into oh, I'm ready to go to sleep.
Okay, fair enough. Staying with that, I kind of want to look at the systems that are around you. When you say that you feel sluggish, do you have enough access to I don't want to say enough access, but what does your access to food look like?
We have things to eat. Usually I try to make it to school to get breakfast, but like I said, like usually I'm up all night and from not being able to sleep, so like I end up waking up late and I would, don't make it to school for breakfast. So if I don't make it to school for breakfast, I'm not eating.
Do you think if we could maybe address part of the environment outside of school, whether that is a different approach to studying or if we could get you to school on time, and if we could get you in a scenario where you were getting the sleep that you would identify as sufficient for you, do you think you would still be struggling in class?
Could you repeat that?
Yeah, certainly. So it sounds like what you're telling me is you're staying up all night trying to get assignments done, which makes you late for class, or at least, late so you're not getting to the cafeteria in the morning, so you're missing that meal. And at that point, then you get to class where you already have stressors in that environment. Do you think that you would be better able to handle the stress within that class, or the barriers within that, the obstacles within that class, if there were adjustments made to your sleep and your ability to get breakfast in the morning?
Yeah, I feel like that'll help a lot because then it'll give me, energy.
Sure. What do you have a schedule right now that accounts for study time and sleep and making sure you get food?
No.
Okay. Have you had do you have something like a planner or organizer, or even just like a calendar?
Yeah, I have a planner.
Okay. So you do have a planner.
I just rarely use it.
Is there anyone in your life that, like friends or family, who are important to you, and you feel like they have a good model of organization, or that they would be willing to help you figure out a plan for you?
Well, I do have friends here. Some of them, I feel like they're more organized than I am, they're focused on getting out, graduating early. I'm just stuck here, not knowing what I want. So yeah, like I have friends that are very organized and they're on the track of graduating early. And my mom, but like most of the time she's like working. So.
Okay. And would you say that getting organized would be the most important thing for you right now?
Yes.
Okay. All right. I want to pay attention to time, but before we wrap up today, I want to make sure that we've covered everything, so I have a good idea getting ready for the next time that we meet. It seems that, the purpose for meeting is that you've been having anxiety in school, and that you have a hard time focusing in class. Said your classmates are rowdy, the teacher just kind of talks over them, and on top of that, you have a hard time getting the right amount of sleep. Because of that, you miss the cafeteria breakfast in the morning. And with all of these things kind of put together, we maybe want to start looking at better organizational skills in our next meeting. Does that sound? Okay. Well, with that said, I think if that sounds all right with you, we'll have that as our area of focus for the next time that we meet, is honing in on what organization will look like for you. All right.
All right.
Well, have a good day, Mary. I appreciate your time.